In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your Figma environment the right way so you can stay organized, work faster, and build a workflow that actually makes sense from the start. Whether you're brand new to Figma or you just want a cleaner setup for client work, class projects, or your own design system, this walkthrough will help you get everything in place. And if this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more simple Figma tips and software guides. Let's start with the basics, app and account setup. You can open Figma directly in your web browser, or you can use the desktop app if you prefer working in a dedicated program. Both options work great, so choose whichever feels more comfortable for you. Once you're on the Figma sign-in page, log in if you already have an account, or sign up if you're completely new. If you're a student or teacher, make sure to check whether you qualify for Figma's education plan. This can give you access to extra features for free, which is especially useful if you're learning design or managing school projects. Just follow the verification process carefully and make sure your education status is approved before you start building your workspace. Now that your account is ready, let's move into workspace and team organization. This is one of the most important parts of setting up Figma properly, because a well-organized structure saves you time later. In the sidebar, create a team if you plan to collaborate with other people or if you want a central place to keep related work together. A team is perfect for shared design work, client projects, or even organizing multiple products under one roof. After creating your team, the next step is to make projects inside that team. Think of projects as folders that help you separate different jobs, classes, or product lines. For example, you might create one project for a website redesign, another for a mobile app, and another for a school assignment. That way, your files don't become a mess, and you can always find the right work quickly. If you're working solo or you're still sketching out rough ideas, use your personal drafts. Drafts are great for early stage thinking, quick experiments, and private work that isn't ready to share yet. Once your idea gets more developed, you can move it into a team project so it's easier to collaborate, present, or hand off to other people. Next, let's set up the foundation of your design files. Inside your main file, create a clear page structure so your document stays clean and easy to navigate. A simple setup is to start with a cover page, then a foundations page, then a components page, and finally a work area page. The cover page can be used for the title and overview. The foundations page is where you keep your core design rules, like colors, typography, spacing, and layout decisions. The components page is where you store reusable elements such as buttons, cards, forms, and navigation items. And the work area is where you build the actual screens or concepts you're actively designing. This page structure may seem small, but it makes a huge difference once your files get bigger. Instead of scrolling through a cluttered document, you'll have a clear system that tells you exactly where everything belongs. It also makes handoff easier for developers and teammates because they can understand your file at a glance. Now let's talk about styles and variables, which are essential for building a clean and scalable Figma environment. Styles help you keep your colors, text sizes, and other visual choices consistent across every design. For example, instead of manually changing the same blue color on every button, you can create a color style and reuse it everywhere. That means if the color ever changes later, you only need to update it once. Variables take this a step further by helping you manage things like spacing, sizing, and flexible design values in a more structured way. If you're building a system that needs to scale across different screens or products, variables can make your workflow much easier to maintain. They also help make your designs easier to share with developers because the structure is more systematic and predictable. When you combine styles and variables with a good file structure, your Figma environment becomes much more powerful. You're not just making pretty screens anymore, you're building a real design system that can grow with your project. That's especially important if you work with a team because consistency saves everyone time and reduces confusion. A good habit is to define these settings early before you start creating too many frames and components. That way, every new design you make already follows the same rules. Your work will look more professional, your team will understand it faster, and your future self will thank you when it's time to make changes. So to recap, the best way to set up your Figma environment is to start with your account, organize your work into teams and projects, keep rough ideas in drafts, build a clear page structure, and then create your styles and variables for consistency. Once all of that is in place, you'll have a much smoother design process from day one. If this video helped you, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next Figma tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.